Hi everybody, welcome back to Aloha Creations, and this is Aloha, and as requested from some of you guys, I am going to show you how I did my envelope fold out folder, right? Gosh, I never know how to call these things. Anyhow, the main things that you guys will need basically are two envelopes. It doesn't really matter what kind of envelopes you have, and this is just what I had on hand. And from there, once you've constructed the envelope, you can pretty much use and do whatever you guys like. So let me just get started on the measurements. Again, this is on you guys, and this is just what I have here with me. Whatever envelopes you guys have, go ahead and use those, and just use this as kind of a guideline. So what I did was I trimmed, well, I have these envelopes. So I trimmed each ends of these, and make sure you trim both sides, because you don't want to cut this side and then this isn't even. So I went ahead and did that. So here is the outcome. So I measured it just to make it simple. This is 8 inches, and I think this is about 4.5. Anyway, so I've trimmed it, and then basically I figured to connect it like this. And the reason why I wanted to do that was I wanted to make this into side pockets. So I had to figure how I would have to do that, because I'd have to stitch here, and then, as you know, this is not a complete rectangle. So what I did was I used a cardstock. So I have this pad that was given to me a while ago, and you know, I decided to use this, and how convenient that the size of this was exactly 8 inches long. So all I needed was to measure how long this was, or wide. So yes, that's right. So it's about 4 inches. So I'm gonna trim this. To 4 inches. And then glue that down. So once I do that, I mean, for me, I usually distress the edges. And I only distressed this side of it anyway, because that's going to get covered. So I'm going to glue that down with my glue stick. So there you go. There you go. All right, let's see if that's right. Perfect. Any excess you can always just trim, and I just like to do that afterwards. So you know, I'm not very particular with the glue at this point because I will be sewing all around there later on. So the next step would be to cover this portion of it, and then I'm gonna pick a piece of a cardstock again. So again, gluing this. Hopefully this is not a very long tutorial, you guys. I'm really just wanting to do this very quickly so you guys can start with your own versions of this. So I don't know why I do it like this, because I feel like it's easier to cut it afterwards instead of cutting it first and then gluing it, because it's hard for me. It seems harder to align it once it's cut to the size. So this way it's just, I don't know, it's easier for me. So there you have it. Distress this. So this is the tricky part. So at this point, this portion here, I'm going to cut straight because this is going to become a pocket, right? So, but you know, for you guys, I think you can just keep it as an envelope. You can just even sew it and then keep it as an envelope. But for me, I wanted to cut this. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim it. And there you go. So this is 3 inches. So now this is kind of the trickiest part, and this is the trickiest part out of every tutorial, I believe. So you're gonna need paper clips, because this is where you need to sew it. So you just want to make sure, because see how this is, there's excess here. You're going to, let me see. Oh yeah, this is the tricky part. Oh, I think I skipped a step. Oh, for heavens. I skipped a step. I'm supposed to, let me see. Oh, sorry guys. So grab this if you guys have it. Otherwise, you might have to do it, by hand. Yeah, so yeah, I did skip a step. Okay, this is still, I've never done this before. That's because I'm kind of trying to hurry up the step. Okay, wow. Okay guys, let's do this. The reason why, let me just do that again. The reason why is because because see how you can't fold it over? Because this is sticking out too much. So what you're gonna need is to, of course, to crease it. Just to crease and make another crease from the original fold. What is that? 1/8 of 1/8. See, I'm getting my measurements correctly. So again, glue it right down this time. So from the crease you made, that's where you line up your paper, your cardstock, I mean. So again, not a big deal because you will be sewing this afterwards. So now you have an excess. So now you have an excess, and then you have to trim that one out. That's all right, guys. Gosh, made a mistake on camera. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now do you guys see what I mean? I don't know if you can see it, but see how that's a 1/8 inch size, right? Good. Yay! You're actually gonna have to do the same on this fold. So line it up on one of the creases, because I'm gonna do that before I forget. And then do it that way. So guys, I am not doing this following a guideline. I'm just doing this as I go. So there you go, right? So now you will understand. So once I've sewed that in, see how that fits nicely now? Yeah, perfect. So now, as I was saying, with the paper clips, so line your envelope, because this is the first sewing you're gonna have to do. Now, use a paper clip and clip it down on the side, because you're aligning it, right? There you go. Now once that's aligned, let me just double check again. Yep. So you've got the paper clip, and you guys, you're only sewing the center for now. Okay, that's it. So I'll be back. Okay guys, oops, I'm back. So I've sewed it in the center. The light is so terrible, right? And then look at the back. So from here, basically, you guys can go all out now, because what I did was, let me take the clips out. So you guys, yeah, so this is still quite flimsy, look. Don't worry, because that's gonna get sewn. All right, let me find a cardstock to cover this whole thing. So make sure you find a plain colored cardstock, because that's where your napkin is going to come in. And of course, I'm scrambling for a blank piece. Now, you guys, this can be anything you want, any theme. Could be themed, anything really. It is so great how there's so many things you could do. So again, measure, so it's about 4 inches. Once you've centered this, glue that down. Yay! See? Wow, so wonderful. Okay. So at this point, you guys can basically do whatever you want. For some reason, I used the napkin because I've been giving so much napkins, and decoupage, I'm still kind of getting into it, but now that I've made these envelopes, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. So I love all of these, and you know me and roses, I really love it. So you guys could just pick whatever you want, or whatever you guys have. I love this one, but the problem is I only have one, and if I do that, right, and then one on the back, see, I'm left with the fold, and I don't know if I'll have enough for the flap. And with the one that I made, you guys, see, I had multiple napkins of the same design, and that's why I was able to incorporate the alignment of the flower here, because I was able to go all the way up and then use the other napkin to align it. Does that make sense? Or am I even in frame and I'm so shadowy? I'm sorry guys, so that's why. And I don't know, should I just end it here? Because basically you guys can do whatever you want, you know? Because I just wanted this to be kind of the basic frame for you guys. And how about I show you the ones that I've made. So again, here it is. Okay, let me show you the one that I just opened. So here it is. And so I just sewed all the way around. There's the little 1/8 inch see from the envelope, the crease that we made. And there you have it. See how I wanted to make this the pocket? And I made here a double pocket. Here, and this is a pocket. Whereas the other one, this was the first one I made. It's just a little bit different. I just made one pocket. Then I made this. If you guys remember, I made a tutorial of the file folder folio folder as well. I did this as part of the tutorial. And so for the bling one, for the bling, I call it bling, I don't know why, because there's rhinestones and pearls and everything in it. I made this from a different envelope, and then I made a pocket instead of just leaving it blank, because this started out the idea to give to my pen pal, and that's why I left this empty, and I was gonna write a little letter here. But this one I made a pocket here. Same idea, again, the double pocket. And then this was from a napkin. So what do you guys think? Okay, I think you guys are getting the gist, right? But thank you all for suggesting to make a tutorial. I just wanted to make a quick one for you guys. And you know me and tutorials, it kind of just drags on and on. So anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the inside days. You know, everybody is trying to think about what's going on now, but rest assured we are all in it together. And I hope you guys have a wonderful crafting day, and I'll see you guys again really soon. So bye for now. Please, if you have any further questions, just well, ask me, message me, comment. So I'll see you guys again. Bye for now.